Are you smarter than a Master Ball ranked player? This is episode 2 of the series. Go check out the first episode if you haven't already. This is a top 400 Master Ball ranked game, and I'll be playing Gyrados against Darkrai and DarkTina. This is turn 12, our move. Both players have scored 2 points and only needs to knock out 1 more to win the game. These are the cards the opponent has used so far and only has 4 cards left in the deck. These are the cards that we have used with only 8 cards left in the deck. What do? Do we A. attack, B. not attack? I'll give you guys 5 seconds before giving you the answer. If you guys need more time, then feel free to pause the video. And if you guys do want more time, let me know in the comments below. I had feedback that 20 seconds I gave was too long. And the answer is to attack. I'm going to walk through the gameplay and the thoughts behind all of my actions, as well as the explanation of why attack. If you want to skip ahead to the explanation, the timestamp is provided in the description below. So we are going second, which is an advantage for most decks, including Gyrados. So the idea behind a Gyarados deck in the A to B meta is to get your Manaphy and ramp up your Magikarp safely in the back. And depending on the matchup, you're either going to need Palkia to do extra damage or Red to get through some of the higher HP pulls. When you do get your Gyarados up and running, it should be able to sweep through your opponent's entire board, leading you to victory. The opponent was not able to draw their DarkTina, so we are slightly ahead. But we need to make up for it by drawing our Magikarp, or at least Palkia, to make it a game. So quiz here, do we use I don't know or Professor's Research? We know that the opponent most likely has Mars, considering it is a DarkTina deck. I personally chose Professor's Research since I wanted to I don't know after with a higher success rate. Even with Professor's Research, our board did not improve much, and we are behind on winning this game. Now with the opponent getting their DarkTina, they are looking very strong despite being 1 turn behind on their Broken Space Bellow, since we do not have our Magikarp to ramp up. Now our turn comes and we are still drawing dead. Do we once again Professor's Research or I don't know? So I personally chose Professor's Research again, since I felt like I needed to play more greedily in order to be able to swing this game around. You can let me know what you would have done in my situation in the comments below. In hindsight, I think the first Professor's Research was okay, but the second one was too greedy and I should have I don't know instead. Now, I want to give you guys some statistics for reference. I actually thought the probability of the opponent having Mars was pretty low, considering they should only have 1 copy of it in their deck, but it was a lot higher than I originally thought, since I did not consider that they Professor's Research twice already. At the beginning of their second turn, the chances of them having Mars with 5 cards in their hand, plus 1 for their next draw, and 11 cards remaining in the deck is about 37.5%. At the beginning of their third turn, the chances of them having Mars with 5 cards in their hand, plus 1 card for their next draw, and 8 cards remaining in the deck, is about 46%. At the end of our turn, the board still did not improve with only 2 Manaphy's in play, so we are extremely behind and things are not looking good. An opponent hits me with one of the biggest Mars I've ever seen. I think I've only gotten 7 card Mars once or twice this season. But it turns out that we hit the perfect 3 card combo that would potentially win us the game. Magikarp, Misty, and Gyarados. And we were able to get 1 extra energy with Misty onto the Magikarp. So here is a combo I see people do all the time. If you can't heal your Manaphy in time, and you have a second Manaphy, then make sure you energize that Manaphy the turn before, and switch the second one in to prevent the damaged one from being knocked out. Unfortunately, the opponent had Cyrus, but it doesn't matter too much since we have enough energy for our Gyarados to start attacking on our turn. And now that the opponent has 2 knockouts, we do not want to put any more Pokemon onto the board, in case they have a Sabrina, which all DarkTina decks run at least one of. I put the Rocky Helmet on the Gyarados, but in hindsight, I probably should have waited for another cape, unless the opponent had a second Mars, which some DarkTina decks do run. The Rocky Helmet would be useful against opponents like a Charizard with 180 HP. Which I'll go over why later on in this video. Now the situation regarding to attack or not attack is coming up. I want to talk about how DarkTina decks usually knock out a Pokemon with 180 HP. So Giratina does 130 damage, plus 20 for the Darkrai poke damage, plus 20 for the red, which gets us to 170, but we are still 10 HP short. And this is where the Rocky Helmet comes in with 20 damage. Which means that the opponent needs us to attack first in order to trigger the 20 damage from the Rocky Helmet and to keep their Giratina alive and able to attack. So now we are back to the original question, to attack or not attack, and we already chose to attack. The only reason why I would possibly not attack is to bet that the opponent would not have a red while I draw my red next turn. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, the opponent has 4 cards left while I only have 8. The odds are not in my favor. We could drop a Pokemon onto our bench in hopes for a double knockout and a tie, which happens when both the opponent and you have the same amount of victory points, and both either has 0 or at least 1 Pokemon on the bench. But the odds of them having a red will be the same as the odds of them having a Sabrina, so no point in going through with that gamble. Instead, we chose to attack because of 2 reasons. Number 1, if we do not attack, we are facing worse odds against the opponent for our Wing Edition. And the opponent can just poke us for 20 damage with the Darkrai if he does not have red, which will guarantee his victory, while our odds of drawing red improves only marginally. Number 2, we actually have a chance of winning because of Gyarados' ability on his attack, which removes 1 energy out of all energy considerations on the board. We have 9 energies on the board, and we have 4 out of the 9 to guarantee a victory, unless we get Team Rocket Grenade. This gives us a 44% chance of victory. The opponent needs all 4 energies on that Giratina, because remember, the opponent needs to be able to do 20 damage by putting an energy on the Darkrai in order to defeat a non-caped Gyarados with 180 HP. And the result is, we got the energy that we needed. With the second energy removed, Giratina can no longer attack and we win the game. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button as it helps me out a lot and for me to continue on with the series. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.